Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight the Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So sorry about the delay. Hey, I was out of power for 6 days. I got the power back. Things are getting back to somewhat normalcy. But guess what? We're here. We're live. We're here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. Again, I'm sorry about the late start. It's supposed to start at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time Zone. Had to move the show back till 10 o'clock. Technology didn't work with me, so that's all right. Feel free to give us a call, 516-418-5572, 516-418-5572. Feel free to chat also in the comment section. Join us any way you can. And before we actually get the show started, we're going to go ahead and thank one of our outstanding sponsors, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. So feel free to visit Chef G's right here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. And if you can't come down to Tampa, that's all right. Feel free to visit Chef G's right here at FLBBQSauce.com. Again, it's FLBBQSauce.com. Don't forget that great sauce. All of the great music you're going to hear tonight is by Sam Scola Songs. So we're going to play a lot of his music here tonight. I'll talk a lot about Sam Scola Songs. In fact, we're going to kick the show off with another Sam Scola song. The intro was done by Sam Scola Songs. And now you're going to hear Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song by Sam Scola. We're going to go ahead and play that, and we're going to get the show started here tonight. So here it goes, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce by Sam Scola Songs.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Natural flavor, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage, a classic taste for chicken steak tips, a hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce.
Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need support group. make sure you don't forget to visit Chef G's right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. If you can't come down to Tampa, visit him right there at FLBBQSauce.com. Again, it's FLBBQSauce.com. Really thanks Chef G's for being one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. Don't forget that great sauce. Man, a lot to catch up with. Again, I apologize for last Friday. We did not have a show. The reason why we did not have a show last Friday is because, yes, I was out of power. Not just me. Most of Hillsborough County was out of power. We didn't have power by me for 6 days. I went 6 days without power. And the good thing is I do have a generator. I didn't fire up the generator until 2 days without power just because I was waiting to see if they would kick it back on. A lot of people I knew in surrounding cities got their power back in an hour and a day and a half, 2 days. We had a lot of down linemen, and it was 6 days for where I'm at. So this is the first show since Hurricane Milton. I will just say this much. I am very grateful and very thankful that all we did was miss last Friday's show. We did not have any damage. Nobody got hurt. And I tell you, I'm really grateful because that storm was no joke. Those winds were 90 to 100 miles an hour. It was definitely something that was, I couldn't sleep because of the wind, the howling sound. It was something to see. I'm just grateful I still have a house and everything is all right. But that's the reason why I didn't have a show last Friday. I could have pushed it, did my cell phone service, but I felt like it just wasn't appropriate. So we're back this week. Thankfully, everybody's all right. I hope everybody out there is okay and that you fared out okay with the hurricane. It definitely was the worst one I experienced here in 20 years in Florida. So I thank God for saving us and giving us grace. Thank God for generators, too, because having a generator here in the house, it was not a full house generator, but just having a generator so we didn't lose all of our food. The kids had some, they had a fan they could use. They had some lights they could use. We could charge our devices. Having that generator really made a big difference. So thank you to all the people, before I button this up, thank you to all the people, both Georges, excuse me, that came by the house. One of them brought gas where it was nearly impossible to get gas. They had got power about a day and a half after the storm. He drove about an hour and a half from Spring Hill, which is quite a bit of a drive, and brought us some gas. The other George also drove us around so we could get gas too. So I went from having no gas to an abundance of gas. So thank you to both Georges and thank you for helping out. Thank you guys for your patience too. So I'm going to go ahead and talk and thank the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. And let me show you this right here. This was the thing that got my spirits up and going, was the fact that I was able to attend this event. I had committed to the Florida Sports Hall of Fame probably about 3 months ago that I was going to cover this event. When I say cover this event, I covered the press conference. That was about 4 months ago. I covered, they had before the enshrinement ceremony, which was on Wednesday. Tuesday, it's actually like a 2-day event. Tuesday, they had a nice party and reception, and the next day was a ceremony. I got to thank the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. It's an outstanding event. Let me just go ahead and put this up here too. Thank you to Florida Sports Hall of Fame. Man, the work that the gentlemen do, Ginger, Rick, all of the parties involved in the Florida Sports Hall of Fame really are outstanding because a lot of their work, some get paid, but a lot of them is volunteer work. Congratulations to all 8 inductees. It was just a remarkable ceremony. Pam Oliver was the EMC. I was able to interview her. Thank you to Ginger Kane. She is the president. Want to thank her as well. Want to thank all of the enshrinees Let me read them off. Thank you to Pam Oliver. She did an interview on the Allen Alford Sports Show. I posted up today. William Floyd, Mike Holloway, Jan Stevenson, Chris Patrick, Linda Gooch, Scott Hutchison, Ashlyn Harris, and one and only Tracy McGrady was in the house. So it was a wonderful evening, and man, there's a lot more content I'm putting up. I put up so far just 2 of the interviews. I'm trying not to like spam it all out all at once, so I try to stagger it. But I am putting up those interviews. I'm going to put up another one tomorrow, probably 2 tomorrow, one early and one later in the day to kind of beef it up a little bit. I will put up the pictures. I did things a little different this time. I put up the videos and interviews first so that you guys get a chance to consume that, and then I'll put the pictures up a bit later. I've realized that sometimes people just look at the pictures and they don't watch the interviews. So I'm trying to put the interviews first and then put the photos afterwards. But a lot of great content, and definitely take advantage. Also, definitely got to thank Coach Mosley for the Orlando Magic. He did an interview as well. He was attending the event, and I was able to grab him. That's one of the things about when you go to events, always be prepared because you never know who you're going to run into. You just really don't. You have to, besides the people that are going to be there, there's family, friends of theirs. You never know who knows who. And Vince Carter got enshrined last year. He was at the event as well. There's a lot of great people at this event. And I'm going to be posting up, in addition to the interviews, just so you guys know, I will post up all the pictures as well. I am also going to do another thing and post up a video vlog of this event as well. This was an outstanding event. It's kind of hard to kind of put it in one post because there's a lot of things that did happen. I don't want anybody to get overlooked. I don't want anybody to get shunned. That's why I'm doing it in a strategic way of posting up the content so that everybody gets to consume it, but it's not overwhelming. So I feel like that's the best way to do it. And we're going to just take it one day at a time. You'll get a chance to see everything. But outstanding event. Want to thank the Florida Sports Hall of Fame again. Congratulate to all of the inductees. This was an outstanding event. Can't thank the organization enough. They made it, very, very fun for everybody. It really was. It was just fun. It's engaging for everyone. Got a chance to meet a lot of great people. And I recommend it. The Florida Sports Hall of Fame, if you don't know about it, definitely follow them on all social media platforms. They do a lot of, not just the induction ceremony, they do a lot of smaller events. It's not the first time I've done an event for the Florida Sports Hall of Fame, so they're very familiar with me. I'm very familiar with them. By the time the event came around, during just even the night before, some of the inductees say, "Hey, I remember you at the press conference." So, you kind of build those networks, and, so they remember me months ago when we did the press conference, which was really awesome too. So thank you again to the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. I really appreciate you guys, really appreciate that event. Anybody who's done an interview. There is also another great interview that I did do just the other day that was not at this event, that was separate. I'm not going to mention that just yet, who that person is. That video is being edited, and I will get into the reason why it's being edited a bit later. But yes, so I definitely, starting to get my footing back. It's nice that this week I did have some events which were not canceled because of the hurricane. This was a good way to get back into the flow of things, because being out of power 6 days, things, no school, things are definitely different around where I'm at. It's good that this event was this week instead of last week, and it was able to go on. So events are popping up, which is great. And I did want to tackle into some NFL news. Let me do that for you now. I'm going to go into that NFL news, and then we'll go ahead and thank another sponsor here. Let me go ahead and talk about that a bit. Hey, Yes, the Jets decide to part ways with Coach Saleh, and I'm going to talk about that right now. To me, the Jets, unfortunately, are an organization that's in disarray. That's just the nice way to put it. They're an organization that really doesn't have a clear vision and leadership that knows where they're going. I don't see how getting rid of Coach Saleh so early to see is going to make this year any better. I know you can bring an interim coach, but I just don't see where Coach Saleh was the problem. I really do believe Aaron Rodgers made a lot of those mistakes that cost games. There was a ball that he threw that he got picked, which was clearly underthrown, and he threw it on the left side instead of the right side, and he underthrew the ball, made it an easy pick for a guy as great as Stephon Gilmore. When you do things like that, it doesn't matter how great of a coach you are. You can't coach when your quarterback is thrown into the opposite uniform. So I don't believe it was Saleh's fault. I really don't. Was there some room for improvement for Coach Saleh? Yeah, but I don't think it was anything out of the norm, and I don't agree with them letting him go. I actually feel bad for him. There was a clip that I saw where he was coming out of just a supermarket. TMC approached him, and he was trying to get some sound bites. Talking about his Lebanese flag. Do you think that had something to do with you getting, terminated? He was classy. He didn't say anything. He just kind of like made with his shopping cart, his groceries. He made it to his car, and he didn't want to. You could tell he didn't want to say anything that was gonna really put himself in a bad position. I don't believe that flag had anything to do with him being terminated. If you have a Lebanese flag on and that's a country you support or you're from, I don't see why that would cause someone to get terminated for. That's what the thing about America is, that you have different races, different countries, different ethnicities. If you are a person proud of your country or a country you support, I don't see why that would cause you to lose your job. I really don't. So did it have something to do with it? It may have, but I just think the Jets are an organization that really, for years now, are an organization that just compound decision with more poor decisions. And I'm going to talk about DeVante Adams, my take on that in a minute, but we got to thank another one of our outstanding sponsors. That's right. You know what? Thankfully, I was able to save my home here, and it's still in great shape, no damage. But guess what? Being a homeowner is an outstanding thing, something to be proud of. You have the opportunity to go ahead and take advantage of a great mortgage by CTC Mortgage. Whether you live in Texas, whether you live in Florida, Kurt McCray can help you from CTC Mortgage. Have him give him a call or text him at 346-527-7564. Again, that's 346-527-7564. Give Kurt McCray a call. The man can help you with any of your property needs, whether you want to refinance, whether you want to go ahead and get a rental property, you want to sell your home, you need help with inspection, you want to take a vacation, and much more using equity in your home. That man right there can help you, Kurt McCray, 346-527-7564. He's selling homes, doing big things. You need to go check him out. So without further ado, we're going to play another great Sam Scola song, and that is the CTC ME Mortgage song. Right now, let's go.
CTCME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTCME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Make the call today. There's no extra fees to pay. You can take a loan to own a new company. You can trust their honesty. Get a low interest rate. There's no need to wait. Finance a payment plan. Kurt McRae is your man. CTCME Mortgage Company. CTCME Mortgage Company. CTCME Mortgage Company.
CTCME Mortgage Company. Make sure you visit Kurt McRae at 346-527-7564, 346-527-7564, or you can visit him right there at ctcmemortgage.com. Again, at ctcmemortgage.com. Make sure you give Kurt McRae a call before you do anything about getting that home. Give him a call. So thank you so much, CTCME Mortgage, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors. Really tremendously appreciate you. And, you know, one of the things about the NFL, let me go ahead and bring that up here, is we have to go ahead and talk about the DeVante Adams situation. Whoops, let me make sure I go ahead and pull this up here. Yeah, you know, DeVante Adams, he is a great receiver, but I do think that he's just too much about playing with his friends. And I think that's a great loyalty, but it's costing him an opportunity, especially joining the Jets, to go ahead and play for a winning team. At the end of the day, you're joining the Jets, who can use his help, and I do think he will create a spark, but I just don't think the Jets, even with that, are going to make a serious run to be one of the better teams in the league. They're just not in that category as far as I'm concerned. So I think he will get some more yards. His stats will be very good. However, I don't think he's playing for a team that he has a contention to win. And the reason why it's important, because he's winding down his career, I would think you would want to play with a team that's in contention. Not that the Jets are out of contention, but there are other options where you could have still got a lot of yards and played for a team that has a chance to win. I personally would have looked at playing on the Chiefs. You know, if not the Chiefs, the Ravens, I would have looked to play with one of the teams that are, you have a much better chance of winning something, because that will make you happier. The fact you're contributing to a team to win versus catching balls and helping your stats out where you really don't have a legitimate chance to be one of the top contenders. Even the Bills, I felt even if he went there, would have maybe been a very good option. Needless to say, my man loves to play with his friends to a fault, as they would say. So I wish him luck with the Jets. I don't think it was the best business decision, if you ask me. But, hey, you know, to each his own. And Tyreek Hill, he made a claim that he's more valuable than Patrick Mahomes, and he doubled down on that. He said, yes, I am much more valuable than Patrick Mahomes. Yes, he got a couple of rings or what have you, but I'm paraphrasing, he said he got over 1,700 yards, doing big things. I would have to respectfully disagree. Tyreek Hill, I get it. You got yards and everything like that, but being a receiver is not being an NFL quarterback and playing at the level of Patrick Mahomes. The reason why the Chiefs are as great as they are is not that they have the most talented team. They have the best coach out there, Andy Reid, and they have the best quarterback. I said this several times that Patrick Mahomes is not the most physically gifted player, meaning there are players in the league that run faster than him, Lamar Jackson. There are players in the league that have a stronger arm than Patrick Mahomes as well. There's actually a few quarterbacks that have a stronger arm than him. However, when it comes to football IQ, making solid decisions, keeping your composure, staying within the moment, the guy is flawless. I mean, the guy doesn't even get nervous when he plays big games anymore. He said it himself. The guy is a winner. And that's the reason why he is more valuable than Tyreek Hill. Yes, catching passes make a difference, but I kind of hate it when players confuse the two. There is no position on the field, linebacker included, that is more valuable than the quarterback's position. That's the way it goes when you're playing for a football team. You can kid yourself. I've heard quarterbacks say that they're more valuable. I have had cornerbacks. I've had receivers say, running backs. With all due respect, the quarterback to me is number one. So, having said that, I did see a caller call in. Please call back, and I will pick up the phone. But yes, Tyreek Hill, no, I disagree with him. I definitely do think Patrick Mahomes is more valuable than Tyreek Hill. I don't even think it's really close. He said, yeah, he won a couple of rings, went back-to-back like it was nothing. Winning back-to-back championships it's something. That's huge. You tell me, as a player, I'd rather have 2 rings than 18 or 1,900 yards. I'm sorry. Individual awards are nice, but team awards are just more grandiose and better. Right now, the team, the Major League Baseball, which I'm going to get into in a few moments, they're playing for a championship. You win a championship, that is forever. You celebrate that with your team when you have anniversaries. That is everlasting. The fact that you might have 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, even 2,000 yards, who are you going to celebrate that with? Yourself? Yeah, I had 1,700 yards and we didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, and believe me, that's going to be affected now that Tua Tagovailoa, I will get into that situation also in a moment, but the word is he's going to make a return, which I'll talk about that in a moment. But yes, if you might have a chance to have a pretty good year, but this year the production is really slacking. That just goes to show you, because you don't have a quarterback back there to get you the ball. So that's the proof right there. You didn't have a quarterback in over the last few games of the year, and Tyreek Hill was on my fantasy team, and he still is. Besides the first game of the year doing great, it has been nothing but downhill production. I mean, when I say downhill production, we're not even getting close to 100 yards a game. So the reason being, because you don't have a quarterback back there. I mean, Tua is actually, aside from the injuries and stuff, when he's actually healthy, he's actually a very good quarterback. I know the last game he played, he didn't play the greatest. He made some poor decisions, but outside of that, he's a culpable quarterback. Players on the team, they want to fool yourself, say, I'm the most valuable on the team. I'm more valuable. The quarterback, quarterback play is very, very huge with your success in NFL. And Tua did say he's going to make a return to come back. All I got to say with that is just shaking my head, man. That is dangerous. I think the league should step in. I don't think it's something you should take lightly, because the guy's one concussion away from something unfortunate. I'm not going to even say what could happen. I won't even put that in the universe. But the guy he's, I said this before, it's not hating on Tua Tagovailoa. I just don't feel as if the guy is physically fit to play NFL football at this point. That is not a dig. That is just based on the history of his concussions. You can even see, I think him playing or trying to make an attempt to come back, quite frankly, is one of the most selfish things that I've actually seen from a player. And the reason why I say that is because you are actually trying to play knowing your peers and your opposing peers who have to tackle you don't even want to come close to you. It's like you're Mr. Unbreakable They're trying to backpedal and not tackle you because they don't want to be that guy. They don't want to be the guy to push you out of bounds and you fall down and get a concussion, or they have to wrap you up. They don't want to be that guy where they replay it over and over and over again because something really, truly unfortunate happens to you. You're putting not just your peers in that position, you're putting the opposing peer in that position. And they have to be on pins and needle to make a play on you because they know your history. To me, Tua Tagovailoa coming back and making an attempt to play with other options available. The man has other options. They will offer him a buyout. He has other options. He does not have to take this risk. It's not like you have no other opportunities, nothing else going on for yourself but playing on an NFL field to risk something catastrophic happening to you. The man has other options. He does. And to me, this, with Tua coming back, is, I would have to say, the most selfish act I have ever seen from somebody. Reason why I say it's selfish, because what about your family? What about your family? Like, forget about the players of your team and the peers for a second. Let's put that on the shelf. What about your family? Are you going to risk getting hurt, catastrophically hurt, to play football? With all due respect, you have other options. They offered a very nice buyout of $152 million where you didn't have to finish the contract. You could have just walked away with that money without even playing. Also, your family, not only that, now let's look at the field. You're putting your ability to play on the field ahead of other guys who have to tackle you, knowing that they don't want to tackle you because they don't want to be that guy. They're like, if you're watching a movie Unbreakable, they're trying to backpedal and not touch you because you could break it to pieces, and they have to keep replaying that thing over and over and over again. That caller did call in. Let me go ahead and take that call. We lost connection again. Sorry about that, but definitely call back in. I was literally going to go hit the button. Yes, it is the most selfish thing I've seen from an athlete. It really is, because you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, am I doing the right thing for my family? Am I doing the right thing for my peers? Am I just doing the right thing for the sake of being on the NFL field? To me, the answer is unequivocally no. It's no. It's no. Tua should not be playing. He's not physically fit to play this game. Not talking about his ability, and I'm not hating. The man should just, there's life beyond football. Yes, I get it. It's a dream, but you've done fantastic. Most people who make it to the NFL do not make it to that level of where you're at, and you haven't won a playoff game, and you haven't won a Super Bowl. Still, with the contract and the financial option you have, it's not worth the risk. It really isn't. And I pray that if he does come back, that everything works itself out. I really do. But I just have a bad feeling about this. And on top of it, so I say shame on Tua Tagovailoa and being very selfish. But I also have to say shame on the NFL because they are allowing this to happen. I know there's protocols. I know there's certain things, but they should step up. The Dolphins, the NFL, somebody should go ahead and intervene and do something to prevent him from getting on the field at this juncture. Watch that movie, Jerry Maguire. See what that kid said. How many concussions does my dad have to have before you say enough is enough? He said that to Jerry Maguire. And guess what that kid did? He gave him the bird because Jerry Maguire was not thinking about his concussions. He didn't care. All he was thinking about was his client getting on the field. I don't know if it's like that for Tua's situation, but you got to do something. You can't let this guy play on the field another down. I'm sorry. I have a bad feeling about this. It may not happen that first game, but I just feel like people are going to get – this is what I feel like could potentially happen. Things might go without a hitch the first game. Second game, third game, then people are going to get lax. And then a situation I have a feeling might happen. This is Alan from the Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. Well, my instinct is telling me, again, nothing may not happen. The first game, the second game, might even be 5, 6 games in a row. But I feel like then at that point, people are going to get overconfident and feel like, oh, it's okay. People are just being paranoid. And then, unfortunately, I'm not going to say it, but you can read between the lines. The man shouldn't be on the field. Period. He should not be playing on the field. And it's not hating. I love and I promote guys to make it to the NFL. I want them to make it. But when there's a situation where it's worth, the risk is weighing the reward, it's time to hang it up. Having said that, let me go ahead and give you guys an update on the score. Let me make sure it's the most up-to-date score, too. All right, so it's not over yet. The Yankees have 6. The bottom of the 7th. The Guardians have 3. When I looked there before I refreshed it, it was only 2. So the Guardians aren't going out quietly. I'm going to talk about this game a bit more. But what we're going to do is thank another one of our fantastic sponsors here. That's right. If you need to go ahead and go to Cleveland, international, domestic travel, group travel, destination wedding, anything when it comes to traveling and living out your dream vacation, Pushpin Adventures can help you. That's right. Pushpin Adventures can help you. Give Monique a call right there at 626-838-1006, 626-838-1006. They can book a cruise for you for this coming up Thanksgiving. That's right. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. We're right now past the midpoint of October. You can take a cruise. You can go ahead and still get a beautiful international, domestic vacation, getaway, you name it. Pushpin Adventures can help you. In fact, let me go ahead and show you Pushpin Adventures. That's right. So without further ado, we're going to play another great Sam Scola song. That is a Pushpin Adventure song. Let's go.
Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Book a trip with Pushpin Adventures. Travel on a cruise with Pushpin Adventures. Take a vacation with Pushpin Adventures. Tour around the world with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Make a reservation with Pushpin Adventures. The best value deal with Pushpin Adventures. Plan a getaway with Pushpin Adventures. Escaping today with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures.
Yes, Pushpin Adventures. Give them a call. Monique at 626-838-1006. Again, at 626-838-1006. Or you can go ahead and visit Pushpin Adventures right there at their website at pushpinadventures.com or pushpinadventures.com/virgin. You get a chance to check the rates on that wonderful cruise. Pushpin Adventures is a dream vacation waiting for you. Give them a call today. Thank you so much, Pushpin Adventures, for being another one of our wonderful sponsors here. We tremendously appreciate you guys. Appreciate Pushpin Adventures. Appreciate you guys watching another great episode on the Alford Sportsbook Show. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Arlington Renegades. I cover the Arlington Renegades, and man, those tickets are available. I mean, you can go ahead and become a season ticket holder today. I mean, these tickets are just like, the deal is unbelievable. Truly remarkable. Let me show you right here. Okay, let me pull this up here and go over this with you guys because I want to make sure that I quote this just right. Okay, 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so season ticket price is starting at $20 per game. Tickets are available at the UFL.com. If you want to go ahead and check the Renegades specifically, you can go to UFLRenegades.com/tickets. Again, it's UFLRenegades.com/tickets. Thank you for the Arlington Renegades for sending this press release to me. I wanted to go ahead and talk about it with you guys here. So, the Arlington Renegades have announced the season tickets for the upcoming 2025 season will go on sale, which was on the 15th. Speaking of that, happy belated birthday. I did wish him his birthday on the 15th. October 15th was my son, Alan Jr.'s birthday. So there you go. That's showing you're going to get a great deal because they went on sale on my son's birthday, October 15th. So definitely that's a sign right there. You guys need to get those season tickets. So fans who purchase season tickets can look forward to the following benefits, which is new. This is brand new for this 2025 season. You'll get a pregame sideline passes for up to one home game. For those who don't know, you're going to be right on the sideline, basically standing right next to me, rubbing shoulders for one home game. This is something that was brand new this season. New also, season ticket members will get a commemorative item. They don't show what that is, but I know the UFL is going to be a nice item. It's going to be something sweet, something that you're going to be really cool, really proud you got. Another thing that's new for the 2025 season, food and beverage discounts through a portion of the game. Always great to get discounts when you go ahead and watch a football game. You get hungry, you get the munchies, you get a discount. So ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you take it when you can get it. So and who doesn't love a great deal when you find one? So definitely on food, and that's a great deal to have. I don't want to say something that was going to get me in trouble, but I will say this much. If you got to get food, which I have had to get food at the Arlington Renegades, you want to take advantage of some discounts if you can. I'll just say it is like that because it's not cheap. 25% discount on merchandise at UFLshop.com. Online only, it says. So if you go online to UFLshop.com, get yourself some gear. You get one of those big Arlington Renegades chains. Those things are real cool. Or for another team. And check that out. Make sure, I believe this is the same for the teams as well. But just double check. I'm reading from the Arlington Renegades. That was the press release sent to me. Priority access to renew the same seat location for 2026. So that's already right there, wishful thinking. they're thinking ahead that there'll be a 2026 season. For those who are worried about the season going on, it says right here, priority access to renewed same seat location for 2026. Always a great thing. There you go, stability. Priority access to purchase additional seats at season ticket membership pricing. So you'll have an opportunity to purchase additional tickets, too, for other people who want to be season ticket holders. And they'll have some of the same access as you. This is really cool. Priority access to purchase additional seats for playoffs and the 2025 championship game. So, yes, you'll be able to get a chance to get some additional tickets for you and family members to watch the playoffs and the championship game. You know, these are some great benefits. I don't even know if the NFL is giving you this good stuff. And last but not least, priority access to team events. That is actually really cool because there was, when I posted up content, which happened a lot during the season. For those who don't know, the Arlington Renegades, they play at a hub in Arlington. So does the Battlehawks. So does the San Antonio Brahmas. They play in the training camp, and they play all in a hub in Arlington Renegades. Arlington, Texas, for those who don't know. Okay, why that's important is because throughout the training camp, I did get quite a few press releases of these pop-up events. For example, A.J. McCarron was going to do a pop-up signing where he was going to do a meet and greet, get a chance to meet A.J. McCarron, get a chance to get an autograph. But the kicker was it wasn't in St. Louis, it was in Arlington. Then there was another, a couple days later, the Arlington Renegades were going to be at a rodeo. Again, it was in Arlington. Then there was a Luis Perez signing at a school. Again, it was in Arlington. Now, he is in Arlington already, but the point is all of the events were in Arlington because that's where the hub is, and this league is trying to save money. So people did take knocks at, hey, it'd be nice if it was in St. Louis. Well, if you're a season ticket holder, you'll have priority access to team events. Those events that you can make, you're going to have priority access to them. Can I guarantee they're going to be in the home stadium like in St. Louis? I can't guarantee that. But league's trying to save money. This is an outstanding deal. This is an outstanding deal. You guys need to jump on it. And let me read this quote. We are thrilled to see exciting fan base that will come into Choctaw Stadium as we enter our second season in UFL, said Vice President of Team and Business Operations Charles Johnson. We want to thank everyone who came and supported the Renegades this past season. There will be many more opportunities for season ticket members this coming year, and we look forward to seeing our stadium electrified. Ticketmaster will serve as the official ticketing partner of the UFL. And let me just make sure that I'm looking here. Okay. The 2025 Renegade season will kick off March 28, 2025 with a 10-week regular season schedule. Again, fans can visit uflrenegades.com/tickets to get your season tickets right there, guys. Take advantage of a great deal. I mean, that's fantastic. Yeah, it really is. And you should take advantage of it. So, we're rounding third base and on the way home. In fact, let's talk about baseball right now. Let me give you guys up to date on the score. Oh, man. It is the top of the eighth. Guess what? It's 6-5. 6-5. Yankees. It was 6-3 earlier. The Guardians tacked on 3 runs in the seventh inning. It was 6-2, I'm sorry, and then they tacked on 3 runs, and it brought it to 6-5. The Guardians are not going out without a fight. I'll tell you this right now. Alex and Derek was hinting. I can't really even just say it was just Alex. Alex kind of repeated and said in his words what Derek was thinking. The Yankees have an easy road to the World Series. I don't want to look that far ahead, to be honest with you, if I'm the Yankees, because when I mean you don't want to look too far ahead, the fact that the Guardians came back and won that game in game 4, That's electrifying. That had me give me flashbacks of Big Papi losing a game in the extra innings. It is never easy to get to the World Series. I will also say, yes, by the Yankees not having to play their number one nemesis, the Houston Astros, who just had their number, that by default does give them an easier road, but it's not easy where the whole task is easy. Yes, it is. It was for the Yankees' benefit that they did not have to play their nemesis, their kryptonite, that being the Houston Astros. However, that does not mean the Guardians and our team that's just going to let the Yankees go ahead and run away with it. I do believe tonight's game is a huge, huge game. It's the top of the eighth, 6-5 Yankees. If the Yankees do not close out this game, I'm going to tell you right now, I believe that this is in part and parcel how it's going to play out between now and the World Series. And the reason why I say it is because on the other side, I don't think the Dodgers have enough tools in their toolkit to beat the Mets. I'm sorry. I don't think the Mets have enough firepower and tools to beat the Dodgers. I said it before the series started. I feel as if the Dodgers are going to go ahead and advance. I'm not as confident the Mets are going to get past the Dodgers. Having said that, the reason why the Yankees do need to close out tonight's game is because you need to make sure Garrett Cole is available for at least 2 games in the World Series. If this series goes on to 5 or 6 games, guess what? That would put Garrett Cole available for only one time and maybe a second time with not all of his rest. I don't think that's going to be a very good position to be in if you do have to play the Dodgers. The Yankees need to hold off the Guardians and win this game to put it to 3-1 and close out the series. The reason why I say that is because you might still beat the Guardians, but it will hurt you the next round if you are able to beat them. So if you're the Yankees, you gotta take care of business tonight. That last night was very tough. You don't want to go back-to-back losing again. So it's imperative for the Yankees to close out today and win today's game. If they don't, things get very, very interesting. But it's never easy to win in October. Now, it will be a little bit easier, just somewhat easier because they don't have to face the Astros. If they face the Astros, I don't care who they have, them being the Yankees, I'm still picking the Astros. But they don't have to deal with that. They are playing the Guardians. They can't take the Guardians lightly. Top of the 8th inning, 6 runs Yankees, 5 runs Guardians. So I do believe it's going to, at the end of the day, I believe it's going to be the Yankees versus the Dodgers in the World Series. Yankees need to make sure they have all of their pitching available to start the series, meaning they have to close out the series in 5. And will it be a Subway Series or will you see a different matchup? I don't think it'll be a Subway Series at all. I think it's going to be Yankees and the Dodgers. MVP for the AL versus the MVP and the NL. That's what I think it's going to be. I don't see the Mets getting past the Dodgers. I said that before the series started. I just don't see it. And having said that, let me give you an update here if anything changed on the score. Let me see here. 6-5, top of the 8th. Yankees bullpen got to step up. You got to step up. But yes, having said that, you guys need to stay engaged. You need to make sure you tune in to follow us here at some great things because you're missing out. You're missing out. Make sure you subscribe right there. Follow at Facebook at Alan Alford Sports Talk Show. You can also visit our website right there at AlanAlfordSportsTalkShow.com. Alan Alford at sportstalkshow.com. And the great thing about the website, if we do have a delay or anything like that, while you visit the website, you will get a chance to always know when the next show is going to be. Today we had a half an hour delay. No problem. When you're on the website, you'll be able to see that. Great thing about the website, too, for those who don't know, you can connect with all the sponsors right there, and you have an opportunity to make a birthday shout-out. Really cool stuff that you can do right there on the website. We're constantly updating it. In fact, I have some updates to send them to. Florida Sports Hall of Fame is going to get a lot of the content put on the website as well. So allow me time for that. Thank you again for the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. Let me give you guys an updated score. Top of the eighth inning, still 6-5 Yankees. So a lot of the great music that you heard here tonight, it is sang by none other than our songwriter and producer right there of the music, Sam Scola Songs. Let me go ahead and pull him up. Let you guys know about Sam Scola Songs right there. Sam Scola Songs in the house. Sam Scola Songs, all the songs you hear, everyone is available at YouTube and Spotify.com. YouTube and Spotify.com. If you have trouble finding him on the website, visit us at our website. It'll connect you right there. Sam Scola Songs is the producer and the musician behind every single song you heard here tonight. You're going to hear the ending song. You're going to hear another Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song too, all sang by Sam Scola Songs. Thank you, songwriter Sam Scola Songs and his wife, Mary. And if you want to give Sam Scola the opportunity, we all need an opportunity in life. Why not start by giving Sam Scola Songs one right now? Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Don't spam my man. Give him a contract. Don't spam. Contract. Hey, we want to sign you to a multi-year deal. We want to license some of your songs. Don't spam him with some spam or some scammer bammer stuff. Send him a contract. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. That's how you can be helpful. Give that contract. And then also, let me go ahead and make sure I show you the man, the myth, the legend. None other than Sam Scola Songs again. There you go. Sam, sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Again, all of those songs are available on YouTube and Spotify. And we're going to, in fact, do something really cool here. We're going to play another Sam Scola song, the Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song. That's right. So delicious and addicting. You made a support group. Make sure you guys visit Chef G's right here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. You have the opportunity to visit him at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Or you can visit him right there at FLBBQSauce.com. Again, it's FLBBQSauce.com. Classic heat wave, honey mustard, and fusion. He's got a new flavor coming out, bourbon, with definitely some great, great stuff. Make sure you guys check that out. And definitely check them out there at FLBBQSauce.com. In fact, let's play that Sam Scola Songs right now. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song. Let's go.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Chef G's Florida Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to visit Chef G's right there in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. And if you can't come down to Tampa, visit them right there at FLBBQSauce.com. Again, it's FLBBQSauce.com. Don't forget that wonderful sauce. Thank you so much, Chef G's, for being another one of our great sponsors here at the Alford Sports Talk Show. So it is come to, as the boys made you say, so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. So I have to let you guys go. Make sure you have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you be safe out there. Make sure you appreciate the gratitude if you did not get harmed during this hurricane. I hope you guys pray that you guys are all right. Hope that if you were affected, that you get back on your feet. Hey, I was right there, no power for 6 days, but God is still amazing. Still amazing. I have no complaints whatsoever. So we'll be back. Same bad time, same bad channel. It'll be 9:30 p.m. We moved it back half an hour due to technical difficulties, but we'll be back. I really appreciate you guys. And don't forget to visit the website, AllenAlfredSportsTalkShow.com. And I know that we wasn't able to connect. There was a caller that was coming in. Fortunately, we couldn't connect. Thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your listeners. We spiked up, I guess, during the hurricane. It was a big spike with listeners because of, hey, you guys needed to be entertained. I'm glad to entertain you, and I appreciate you guys. So until we meet again, I want to play and end out the song with another Sam Scola song. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching another great episode of the Alford Sports Talk Show. You guys are fantastic, and really appreciate you. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching the Alford Sports Talk Show. I'm going to end with one more sports update. It's the bottom of the eighth. The Yankees are still up 6-5. Real nail-biter game. Having said that, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care for now.
It's the end of the show. Let's thank all the fans before we go. It's the end of the show. The Allen Sports Talk Radio Show. Thanking our special guest. Thanking our sponsor.